As the JCF continues the investigation into the disappearance of Tashina Patterson and her 10-month-old child, Saraya Paulwell, from their homes at 3 Gilmore Drive, Kingston 20, on Saturday, September 9, 2023, I wish to inform the public that we are now satisfied by the overwhelming evidence secured that both Tashina Patterson and her 10-month-old baby, Saraya, were brutally murdered and their bodies burned and disposed of. It is one of the most painful investigations for the team since recent times. However, the team of investigators continue to be professional and remain focused. Charges in relation to the investigations have been preferred as follows. Leoda Vanessa Bradshaw, 34 years old, petty officer in the U.S. Navy. She was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping, 2 counts of kidnapping, 2 counts of murder. Roland Lloyd Balfour, 30 years old, assistant graphic designer of 67 Commission Road, Kingston 2. He was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping, misprision of felon. Roshane Miller, 29 years old, AC technician of 1B Camperdown Road, Kingston 16. He was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping, and misprision of felon. Richard Brown, OC Ritchie, OC Gurla, 31 years old, graphic designer of 2 Campden Road, Kingston 16. He was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping, and 2 counts of kidnapping. The DPP has obtained a voluntary bail, and the case will be taken directly to the Supreme Court. The investigation continues. I will not go into more specifics regarding the investigation, but as I said, this is one of the most painful experience for the investigators, and I want to commend the investigators who are directed from CIB headquarters by Superintendent Champagny and the team, as well as those from St. Andrew Central, which is headed by DSP Price.
Affect every stratum of society, including those who have invested in the transportation industry. Hence, the subcommittee had meticulously integrated a multidimensional approach into crafting a fair and equitable fare adjustment proposal. All things being equal, the subcommittee's proposal was presented to Cabinet, and the rates that were approved were a 19% increase effective Sunday, October 15th, with a further 16% effective April 2024. That was done, Madam Speaker, because we are cognizant of, obviously, the impact, the inflationary impact of transportation, and therefore it was a consensus that we wanted to see how best we could cushion this and, of course, allow for the new financial year and the Minister of Finance to take this into consideration ahead of time of the 24-25 budget. So that was the agreement that was kindly accepted by the stakeholders. But bear in mind, Madam Speaker, that in 2021 they were granted a 25%, 2021, for which they got the 15% and were to get an additional 10%, which did not happen. So in essence, that 10% that they didn't get is a part of this staggered increase of the 19 and the 16, which is 35, which basically, if you maths it out, you use a 10% in that, would be a 25%. So, Madam Speaker, we are very mindful, but it cannot all be about a fair increase, because the public is going to want to know what's the government doing for the improvement of the service, and secondly, what are the stakeholders doing, because they also have a part to play